Well, let's start with the most important news that opened this week. On February 20, last year, 2022, America calls up its citizens to leave Ukraine. And what happened now? February 20, 2023, Joe Biden, American president himself, came to Kyiv. Of course, before important matters, Presidents Biden and Zelensky made a small promenade in the center of Kyiv. And of course, accompanied by the sound of air raid sirens. Because Russians terrorists really can't miss a chance to bomb Ukraine with missiles. Not only Biden, but also White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan also arrived in Kyiv. Joe Biden's visit was strategic, and it was planned for several months and was kept in secret until the end. The President of the United States announced that 50 countries of our partners together collected 700 tanks, 1,000 of armed vehicles, 1,000 artillery system and more than 2 million artillery ammunition. Also, more than 50 missile system and air defense equipment. Also, in addition, the White House confirmed that the United States is providing Kyiv with a new military aid package worth $460 million. What's more, the Israel parliamentary delegation visited Kyiv this week. Israel plans to supply Ukraine with anti-missile defense system. The Israel early warning system will be tested in Kyiv. Furthermore, the Prime Minister of Spain visited Ukraine, and before this, the Prime Minister of Italy, Giorgia Meloni, also came to Kyiv, who visited Kyiv region and saw the extent of the destruction and the traces of the atrocities committed by Russians. Since this week, a year since the beginning of the war, and at the same time there were some Russian holidays in Russia, Putin spoke to Russians. Or more precisely, it will be more truly that I will say that Putin spoke to those who agreed to pretend a Russian patriots for 500 rubles. It's about $7, and wearing their tricolor rag that was given to them on the spot actually. Such an ordinary paid relief. And of course, there was nothing new in Putin's speech. Nazi, biolaboratories, America and West controls everything, and what else? Of course, he mentioned about some historical territories that invented by Russia itself. I mean, like Donetsk and Lugansk regions, that Russians, for some reason, believe that they're territories. Well, another one due to they were really screwed up by attacking a sovereign free country, Ukraine. The speech, which according to Russia should be remembered by the whole world, isn't of interest even to Putin's dogs. Just look at these sleepy faces. And everyone of course understands that Putin lies, that this is a war for imperial ambitions of one sick ancient man who doesn't get out of the bunker, but use his own doubles. According to this Putin speech, Russians, again, massively shelled Kherson. 6 people died, 50 were injured, and many destructions. Meanwhile, when Russian Federation continued to kill Ukrainian civilians, China still can't make a right choice. It wants to have a foot in both camps. Beijing declared that it's ready to strengthen strategic cooperation with Moscow. Of course, allegedly in the interest of their country and the whole world. But actually, in my opinion, while Erdogan, president of Turkey, is busy with consequences of this terrible tragedy caused by the earthquake in Turkey and Syria, China wants to take this position of mediator, of course in favor of Russia. And now China seems to want to offer terms for peace agreement. But, in fact, this agreement was drawn up by Russia. And this is the type of new Minsk agreements. And now currently Russia is preparing a plan. Land, our Ukrainian land, in exchange for peace. But no, not now. We won't step on this way again. Only fight to the end, until the borders of 1991. And if this fake state Russia Federation want to say something about historical territories, we Ukrainians are really kind people. And we're going to remind Russia about its really historical territory and place. And in a case that Russians such proud and love that history, let's return to Russia its really historical name, Moscovian. Let's help Russians and use Moscovian instead of Russian. And the last for today, some interesting points. According to ICW, NATO should prepare for a possible takeover of Belarus by Russia. Although it's not a surprise for many people that it has been already controlled by dictator Putin for a long time. Also, there is information that Russia wants to capture the airport in Chisinau, Moldova, in order to transfer their terroristic troops to Moldova. But part of the Ukrainian army is based on the border with Moldova, and rumors are spreading that if necessary, Ukraine will help to deoccupy Transnistria. And I guess it's already the time to return Moldova its territories. It was the main for last week. Glory to Ukraine, our partners and defenders. Share our video, and thank you that you're staying with us on Yakovlev Twins channel.